Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So I am super excited to talk about Prime Video's trailer for Roadhouse. Now I have already seen it, but I'm going to watch it again with you guys and just give you my reaction. Now, even though I was born in 94, I was obsessed with Patrick Swayze. Still completely heartbroken, that he passed away all those years ago. Now, the original movie came out in 1989, so about 5 years before I was born. And I have always felt like I was in the wrong time. Like, I love 80s music, I love 80s fashion, 80s movies, just the way everything is filmed, how there's not a lot of like special effects and everything is like organic. And the hairstyles, like if you look back at some of the scenes in the 1989 Roadhouse, almost every guy has like somewhat long hair. All the women dress a certain way, all the guys dress a certain way, their tone and voice, the way they talk. And I have to mention the music again because I'm obsessed with 80s music and just the beat that they had. Like, no wonder everybody samples stuff from the 80s. Now, the trailer dropped today, but I saw it last night. So let's have a look. This version stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. Now, the only run-in I've ever had with Conor McGregor was in 2017 when we were in Vegas for the Floyd and McGregor fight, and that was a lot. And being born and raised in England, obviously, like, he's Irish, he's very out there. He's had a lot of run-ins on social media, so this is going to be interesting to see him in this movie. But the role that he plays definitely fits his character. So let's get the trailer up right now.
Before we start, do you have insurance? What? Your coverage good? Like, you have dental? Oh, haha. Is there a hospital nearby? Is it, like, too far? It's about, like, 25 minutes, I'd say. Oh, I just slapped you. Are you alright? What?
So you like to fight? You ever win?
No one ever wins a fight.
So obviously Amazon bought MGM. So this was originally supposed to be just MGM, and now that it's gone to Amazon, Amazon is going to be releasing it on streaming so you can watch it at home, which is exciting because I love watching movies at home. However, I think I'll be seeing this at a screening, and I always love seeing everybody else's reactions in the theater when I watch something.
Think about it.
I know who you are. Elwood Dalton. Big fan, man.
That guy's got a knife under his shirt. You just take a big step back and pop me in the face. You can do it. Tell me about the scout team.
Guy's all nice and shit, like he's Mr. Rogers or something, but then he beats the living shit out of you. Really interesting guy, overall.
Brand wants to take the Roadhouse away from me. He wants to build some bullshit resort for a bunch of rich assholes.
I should warn you. People have a certain way of getting things done around here.
Hey, fellas. Looks like you're having a smacking night. Dalton! I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
Let me guess. You're gonna threaten me? Tell me to get out of town?
I get the impression that you can't be threatened.
Once Knox is on the job, it's over, baby.
It takes a lot to get me angry, but when I am, I just can't let go. People seem a little aggressive around here.
Is that one in front of yours?
No, I just broke his arm.
So it's definitely explosive. Now, I actually want to play the trailer for the 1989 Roadhouse as well.
Guys, a drink? Guess not.
Patrick Swayze is
Dalton, I thought you'd be bigger. Opinions vary.
when he's around, anything can happen,
How does a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess.
and usually does.
somebody gets in your face, I want you to be nice.
Don't be rude.
Ask him to walk, but be nice.
Help this gentleman to the door.
Until it's time to not be nice.
So says the fighting philosopher. He may be hard to handle.
I keep talking, you're gonna go off thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
But he's easy to like.
What's the matter, Dalton? Don't you like women?
The worst I ever had was wonderful.
He's not what you'd expect.
I thought you'd be bigger.
But there's one thing you can count on.
We don't need
He's
to
the
watch the
best
whole thing, but things from the 80s were so much more different. Like the narrator in the trailer, them showing a lot more of the movie. Like we see way more into Patrick Swayze's character. Like there's moments of him, you know, talking to his lady. There's like more emotion and more character building in this trailer. Whereas the one that's coming out March 21st, you know, it's a lot more action. It's a lot more seeing Jake Gyllenhaal take down baddies, fighting scenes, strategy. I think, you know, the charm that Patrick Swayze had with his character back then, he was like the perfect hero role model. I mean, for today's world, Jake Gyllenhaal definitely plays in that part. And it's obviously more catered to like this generation, what we see in films today. The fighting scenes in the first one, you can tell with the sound effects of the punches that they weren't really punches, but it was still, you know, movies in the 80s that was super cool back then. And I watch it now and it's still super fun and super cool. Whereas, you know, the today's movies, like obviously the punches look more real. We have stunts and it's just more action, more fighting. Um, I'm excited to see it. I don't feel like you have had to have watched the original to watch the new one. You can watch them in any order. Now, the original film was a cult classic and it's been 35 years since its release. It's not the first time somebody has tried to remake it. Apparently, there was one where Ronda Rousey was supposed to play Patrick Swayze's character Dalton in 2015, but that didn't obviously go through. Now, Doug Liman has teamed up with Jake Gyllenhaal with this version for Prime Video. Obviously, in the initial movie, you know, Patrick Swayze's character Dalton, he's mysterious. He's hired to protect a bar in Missouri. There's a lot of like nude scenes, a lot of UFC martial arts scene, which kind of like kicked off the movie and made it so popular then and now. This time around, Jake's Dalton, he's sent to protect a bar in the Florida Keys. So it's a completely different environment. It's kind of giving me Bad Boys vibe. But obviously, Conor McGregor plays the villain in this, and it seems like he's loving it from what we've seen in the trailer. I couldn't see him in a more perfect role. It's definitely going to be a fun movie. There's more action in terms of effects. There's boats blowing up, there's car chase scenes, modern day cars. There's obviously a lot more technology and a lot more things we can do that we did in the 80s. You know, the 80s movie really relied on the acting and the fight scenes and the sequences and the story building, and there wasn't access to like all of the stuff we have now, which doesn't make movies better or worse. I feel like it's just a different experience completely, and you need to go into it as a different experience. As somebody who watches movies from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and then seeing movies from today, sometimes you can tell when it's like overdone or where it's like just right. But from what I've seen from this trailer, like I want to watch the movie now. Make sure you tune in to Prime Video March 21st to see Roadhouse. And continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any movie you want to review, just drop it in the comments below.